ago I did a Smoky Eyes tutorial with a local singer-songwriter, a really beautiful girl called Charlie, Charlotte Norfield, and I have persuaded her to come back and do another one with me. And the reason I wanted to do another one was because in 2 years as a makeup artist, the products that I use changed quite a lot, and I wanted to tell you about these amazing eyeshadow palettes from Unique. I have always been an Urban Decay fanatic until I discovered these a couple of months ago. I think these shadows are amazing. All the palettes, there's 3 palettes, 1, 2 and 3, and they have 7 colours in them. There's 3 mattes and 4 sparkly colours in every palette, and I think these rock. Okay, so close your eye for me, Charlotte. And what I'm doing first, I've took a pencil, and it's actually a Unique Moodstruck Precision pencil. That's difficult to say. In Perfect, yeah, easy for you to say, not. Which is basically just a soft black. And yes, this is going to look really messy, and it don't matter. That's a Yorkshire thing for you. So I am just wiggling it across the lash line. Open your eye, Charlotte. There you go. So I'm now going to take a dark brown matte shadow. This is from the #1 palette by Unique, and it is Forthright, it's called. It's very apt for me, don't you think? Very. Forthright! Sound a bit scary. I'm going to take a tissue so I can protect you from fallout. Look up for me, I'll do the underneath first. And I'm just going to run that dark brown. Now you see why it didn't matter that the pencil line was jagged eye, because I'm smoothing it out with some very dark brown eyeshadow. Lovely. I'm going to pick up some more of that, and we're going to do some more on the top of your eye. Remember our first video together, Charlotte?
I do.
You were my first ever makeup video. The only one I did, yeah. It was a couple of years ago, weren't it?
It was, yeah. Seems like yesterday.
Oh, you were a teenager.
I know.
You're a grown-up lady now.
Oh, I know.
You're all of 20.
All of 20.
Yeah, so all I've just done is run that over that. Brill! I'm going to take the same eyeshadow, the same colour. I'm just going to change my brush. And I'm now going to go on to what I would call a generic fluffy eyeshadow brush. I don't do all that MAC 236 or whatever.
Technical names.
It's not my style, is it? I think that if it's got a number on it or a name on it, that doesn't mean that you have to use that. You have to use what you think works. So now same colour, different brush, and I'm just fluffing it across Charlotte's lid, almost horizontally, I would say, in an almost horizontal fashion. And look up for me. I'm just going to take that a little bit underneath as well. Great. And this is why we don't give you mirrors, because at this point it doesn't look very nice, but that's okay. It will do in a bit.
I'm sure it will. I trust you.
We never do. This is going to be a really rubbish video. Close your eye for me. And now I'm taking Chipper, which is a warmer, lighter brown shade, and I am putting that above what I've just done with the dark brown. And this is where you get the smoke from, so it smokes upwards. And I am running that up to about your brow bone, really. Yeah. And I'm just blending it as I go. It's kind of like a backwards and forwards motion. Can you feel that, Charlotte?
It's quite relaxing.
Is it? Good, I'm glad you're relaxed. You still will get a bit of fallout with eyeshadows. Good quality eyeshadows, the pigmented, they always fall out. So, yeah. I'm now going to take Elated, same palette, which is like a creamy matte shadow, and I am running that above the darker ones, just across, just to create a highlight, because I don't like shiny highlights on eyes, because shiny highlights go, hello, I have wrinkles. Well, all right, you haven't, because you're young and beautiful, but
I'll catch up soon.
You never catch up with me, love. So, okay, I'm quite happy with that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a little bit sparkly, and I'm going to use Sincere, which is a really nice minky, beigey, sparkly colour. Minky beige. You can tell I'm no good at naming colours. It's good if I don't have my own makeup range, isn't it? Minky beige, sparkly. Close your eye. Hey, there's an idea. Maybe I should.
I think they like it.
And we'd have, we'd have to have Vic names for them. Yeah, I'd never have taupe, would I?
No,
It'd be
taupe would not be in there.
taupe would not be one of my names. No, it would be light brown. Bog standard. Right, zealous, which is the same sort of depth as forthright, as in a dark brown eyeshadow, but it's got a really nice sparkle to it. Now, if there's an eyeshadow that's going to have a fallout, it's going to be this one, because it's dark and sparkly, which usually means, close your eye, dark and sparkly normally means it's going to go everywhere. That's okay, 'cause that's what clean up is for, that's what concealer is for. Look up for me, just I'll put a little bit of that underneath. Now what I'm going to do now is take chipper, because I didn't before, and run chipper underneath the eye as well, with a smoky eye. As you well know, Charlotte, what thou shalt do above the eye, thou shalt do below. Yes! That's the rule of smokies. What thou shalt do above, thou shalt also do below. Let's have a look. Oh, pretty! I'm just cleaning it off on the tissue, the one that I was using fallout, my waste tissues. Close your eye, and I'm just going to use the same brush. I was going to use a crease brush to blend all this, but this brush is fine, and let's face it, most people that aren't makeup artists don't have 24 different brushes, especially not just for eyes, so we'll just use the same one. Keep it simple. Look up for me. So I am now doing the blendy bit, and as you can see, she has got loads under her eye despite my tissue and caution, but that's okay, because that's why we don't do concealer until the end. I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks really nice, so I'm now going to do the other eye, and then we'll pop you some mascara on, and we'll have a look at the finished look.
Lovely.
Fab! So what's left to do now is conceal. And this is where you decide how far down the eye, that smoke and shadow, you want to go, and whether you want to lift the outside shape of her eye. Hope you can get that, see that on the camera, where I've decided that's where the line is. That's how you get that professional finish to your makeup, is by using, and that's why I like a nice big, what I call a big fat concealer brush, rather than a little skinny one. I like that. And then a little bit of shadow there. We'll just take that away. Look at me. Brilliant. Let's do that with the other side. Because I like them in pairs. They generally come in pairs. So there again, just decide how low or high I'm taking that concealer, and what sort of finished shape we want on the eye. Oh, I'm sounding all professional now, that's worrying that. I sound like I know what I'm on about. God forbid. Right, there we go. Just take it a little bit higher so it matches the other one. Just have a look at me. Yep, we're nearly there. Great. I just want to take a little bit of face powder now, just to fluff that under there, just to seal it and lock it in and make it look the same texture as the rest of your face, Charlotte. Get that nice. And then it's at this point whether you decide whether you want to put a bit of warmth in, and I'm going to. This is one of the things I really like to do, is to take a blusher, so the same blusher that you've put on the face, and to run a little bit of the same colour, close your eye, on a crease brush there, and it just gives it just that little bit of warmth and stops it looking so, well, it's not cool, I think it just stops it looking so flat. Does that make sense?
Yeah, lifts it.
Yeah, lifts it. It just lifts it, just makes it look that little bit more professional. Open your eye. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so we've let her put her hair down now. Look how pretty she is. I want you to do the, because she wears it, hair, yeah, that's it. Hang on, like that.